The biggest lie you've ever been told about creativity is that it belongs to the lone genius. See, we're being conditioned to worship the billionaire tech CEO, the solitary artist, as if they were divine vessels of inspiration who built their empires entirely on their own. But I'm here to tell you something. It's a fiction. It's actually Renaissance era PR. See, way back in the 16th century, there was a writer and artist called Giorgio Vasari, and he wrote a great book called Lives of the Artists, which was a biography of famous artists like Michelangelo. And in that book, he painted them as solitary, superhuman talents whose genius seemed to spring from nowhere. But the historical record tells us a very different story. See, Michelangelo hired a small army of skilled assistants to help design, sculpt, paint many of his most celebrated works, including actually the Sistine Chapel. See, here's the thing. He wasn't a lone genius. He was more like a modern film director, a movie director, guiding a talented crew and talented actors. Vasari simply edited out the team to make the hero shine brighter. And in doing so, he painted out the contribution of the suppliers, the patrons, and all the people that worked in that artist's studio. Now, why does this story from history matter to you today? Because when we buy into this myth of the lone creative genius, we create what Time magazine calls the creativity crisis. A recent Adobe study found that only 1 in 3 people today actually believes that they are creative. Now, we sit in boardrooms and offices and think, I'm just not the creative type. Just because we don't paint or play the violin, for example. Now, creativity isn't about being artsy. It's about solving tricky problems, pitching a new idea, or helping others see things in an entirely new way. In an age where McKinsey predicts 45% of jobs could be automated away, your creativity is your only distinctly human competitive advantage. Machines are going to take away much of the mundane work, the bureaucratic work that we do today. This means that human ingenuity actually is our superpower. It's things we need to invest in more now than any other time in history. I spent over a decade managing high-profile rock stars. Standing at the side of the stage for over 3,000 shows, I saw the truth about creativity and innovation. The singer is under that spotlight, yes, but to their right and behind them is a network of backstage heroes, lighting crews, advisors, managers, agents, musicians, sometimes 100 people working in perfect synchronicity to produce what looks like effortless brilliance. People then say, the artist, he's so incredibly naturally talented. See, creativity is a team sport. It lives in the messy middle of collaboration. It's not really about being the smartest person in the room. It's about making the room as a whole smarter. Now, whether you're a CEO or a manager or an artist, you need to stop looking for that lone genius and start building what I like to call a kind of brain trust. A group of trusted creatives who provide blunt, candid feedback to sharpen your ideas rather than just approving them and being yes men. Now, here's some good news for you though. Creativity is not a fixed trait that you're born with. It's like a muscle. It's something you can develop and improve on over time. You didn't come out of the womb knowing how to lead or how to negotiate. You learned. You became more skilled in it over time. Creativity works in exactly the same way. It can be taught, it can be refined, it can be scaled if you have the right methodology for doing so. So this week, my challenge for you is to challenge your own assumptions. I want you to pick one project where you've been trying to lone genius your way to a solution. I want you to stop And I want you to invite one person who thinks differently to you, maybe even someone who irritates you, and ask them for their perspective, their advice, their feedback on where you've got to. That kind of friction is actually sometimes a wonderful thing, because that friction is often where the breakthrough lives. We're entering what I like to call this super creative age, a time where humans plus machines and humans plus humans will leapfrog the competition. You are already creative. I believe if you're watching this just now, you were born with almost unlimited creative potential. It's what you do with it over the course of your life that's important. You just need the right mindset and the tools to unlock this creative potential. Now, if you're ready to stop waiting for magic and start using a method for developing your creative potential, you can order my book, Super Creativity: Accelerating Innovation in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. And you can do that by going to my website, jamestaylor.me, or wherever you like to buy your books. Super Creativity, the book, is your field guide for thriving in the age of artificial intelligence. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe to the Super Creativity podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast. While you're there, leave us a review. I would really, really appreciate it. I'm James Taylor, and you've been listening to the Super Creativity podcast.